Hello everyone, I am Aryan Aire from Sanjivani Arts Commerce Science College, Koppala. Today I am here to explain the architecture of global stability, an operational dozer on the diplomacy, enforcement and intervention mechanism of the United States. Let's get started. Forged in 1945 to engineer permanent global security. The Castle. World War II demonstrated the catastrophic failure of existing internal framework. Systematic reset 1945 the system upgrade. The United Nations was established in 1945 with a singular primary goal to maintain international peace and security. After World War II, the United Nations was established in 1944 with a secular primary goal to maintain international peace and security into the world. Five load-bearing pillars support the mandate for stability. Structural load, global stability. Pillar 1. Conflict prevention. Actively preventing conflict and war before they ignite. Better to keep, better to be away from war. Pillar 2. Dispute resolution. Promoting the peaceful diplomatic resolution of existing disputes. Better to stay away from the war and resolve the dispute without war into the peace. Pillar 3. Human rights. Protecting fundamental human rights across all member states. Protecting the human rights and human security into the nation. International cooperation, encouraging cross-border collaboration on global challenges. Collaborating with cross-border like different geographical region. Pillar 5, baseline stability. Maintaining an overarching environment of global predictability and harmony. Now we will move to the next slide. Disbursing authority across three primary operational organs: Security Council, General Assembly, International Court of Justice (ICJ). Role: The enforcer, main body responsible for peace and security. Authority: Binding, can take legally binding decisions on member states. General Assembly: The forum discusses global issues and recommends solutions. Recommendatory: Provides universal representation but non-binding resolution. International Court of Justice (ICJ). The arbiter settles legal disputes between countries. Legal judicial relies on international law and treaties. While the General Assembly represents the collective voice of the world, the Security Council holds the structural teeth to enforce peace. Let's move to the next slide. An acceleration toolkit scaling from diplomacy to enforcement. Preventative, low intensity. Diplomat, diplomatic, protective, stabilizing, accuracy. High intensity friction. Disarmament efforts. Promotes reduction of nuclear weapons, supports arms control treaties, conflict resolution and mediation. Act as a mediator between nations, encourage dialogues to avoid war and escalation. Work as a mediator between the countries to avoid the war situation into the country because uh, war plays war war only don't break down the economy of one country, it break down the economy of the two countries, and hence the global market also faces crisis. Protective humanitarian assistance provides aid during wars, disasters, support refugees and affected populations. The refugees should be protected. Stabilizing peacekeeping operations, sending force to conflict areas to maintain ceasefires and protect civilians. Sanctions and enforcement imposes economic, political sanctions, military. Let's move to the next slide. Deploying paramilitary and human. infrastructure. Global mitigation. Worldwide efforts to control nuclear weapons operate simultaneously alongside boots on the ground intervention. Active stabilization. Peacekeeping missions are heavily considered in past conflict. Violence across the country Middle East acting as physical buffer to maintain ceasefires. Dual mandate. In war countries' military contingents, peacekeepers, happens with civilians protection, refugees support and disaster aid. IT Universe LT Standard. The operational flowchart of the conflict resolution. Input trigger international dispute or conflict emerges. Process phase 1 diplomatic mediation initiated ICG legal ruling requested General Assembly dialogue. Decision does conflict escalate? Branch A Path A No peaceful resolution achieved. Branch B Path B escalation triggered Security Council Convention. Phase 2 Enforcement Security Council authorities intervention economic political sanctions applied peacekeeping force deployed. Output Phase 3 Stabilization Ceasefires maintain long-term humanitarian aid delivery. Disarmament framework establishment. Systematic friction limited unilateral intervention. Roboto mono political friction. Disagreement and veto stalemates among powerful influential countries. Operational efficiency. Velocity frictions, a slow, highly bureaucratic decision-making process constrained by the need for conscious authority friction. Inherently limited independent enforcement power. Resource friction, complete dependency on nations for funding troops and logistical support. A system designed for conciseness over velocity. Diplomacy, enforcement, sovereignty. The balancing act. The United Nations plays a vital role in maintaining world peace through peacekeeping, diplomacy, and international cooperation. The insights: its structural challenges, slow decision-making, and dependence on member states are deliberate design constraints meant to respect national sovereignty and prevent unilateral global domination. Conclusion: despite several operations remain the essential institution for ensuring harmony. Thank you.